Hey everybody, so I'm doing a recipe I found online. Is basically cream of mushroom over chicken and wild rice. And I kind of have to wait a little bit because I have to let the pot cool down a little bit because the saute mode it comes up, it heats up really quick, so um it's hard trying to like kind of film and do everything and have everything kind of like follow the recipe and do that and have everything like in a certain sequence, like the way you need to do it. As far as the pot has its mind of its own compared to the stove, in my opinion, because the stove you kind of can talk a little bit and let the stuff warm up, and it takes a little longer. And this thing, it's like, whoo, which is like good and bad because then you kind of have to start doing stuff while you're talking. So I'm gonna let that cool for a minute, and while it's cooling, I can tell you what you need. Okay, so you need 3 chicken breasts. I used 2 because they were pretty big chicken breasts in that package, and I just felt like it was gonna just be way too chickeny. And I didn't know, because this is my first time using this mix, so I didn't know how the portions are with this. Like, if it was like the rice-a-roni or something, I would kind of know what I'm working with and like all that. And I just assume this is like the same as that because it's a boxed mix. Like, so I don't know. I just wanted to just do it how I felt was best because I didn't want to use like all the chicken on that. If it was going to be more chicken than the rice, even though I already am planning ahead, I want to make some more of that rice I made the other day with the cream of mushroom, butter, jasmine rice. So either way, even if this isn't a lot in this box, like I'll have some of that to kind of stretch it. So I don't know if I should turn it on yet. It takes little time to cool. Okay, so yeah, you need 3 chicken breasts, 4-ounce canned mushroom. So this canned mushrooms, 2 cups of chicken broth. So I don't have my measuring cup over here, but this is some chicken bouillon, courtesy of Winco bulk beans. And then, of course, I have this, better than bouillon. But I'm just going to use this, a little bit of this in it. And as far as the stock, I'm just going to use this. Like 2 teaspoons of this and 2 cups of water. Because it's just, okay, what else do you need? Oh, 1 can of cream of mushroom. Already showed this. 1 box of the Uncle Ben's. And I'll just say season to taste. The only thing I'm doing a little different is I'm not putting the onions. She said to put about 6 ounces of onion. It was kind of, some of the directions were a little different, like little bit, because I had to kind of think it and ask Alexa because it was like ounces instead of like a whole onion or something. So I'm just going to use onion powder in that part, just because I don't want the onion pieces in it. But if I did have my little chopper with me, I would just chop it up and put it in there, like kind of puree it up and put it in for the flavor. So, I think she has an older model because some of the things she was saying were a little more just, it's kind of different on the newer models. It's the same, you kind of know what she's talking about because when you've used it, you kind of know, okay, she means let it natural release, which is just let it steam itself, and then after 5 minutes, do the release where you do the vent. So I kind of understood, but it was kind of like at the end, I was like, wait, what? But yeah, some of the older models is a little different, like how they have the button on there, but it's the same difference if you already kind of like know what she's talking about. So, okay, so saute mode, you do the chicken. After the oil's hot, which it got too hot because I was trying to talk and do everything. This is my second attempt doing the video. Once the oil is hot, add the chicken breast. Cook until browned, which will be about 5 minutes. Remove from pot and set aside. 3, I'm skipping because that's the part where you cook the onions translucent, like cook them to a clear mode, and then and actually I think this is actually will be good for that because it would be way quicker than the stove would do it. Because the stove, I always remember doing that part with trying to cook onions down. It always seems like it takes a minute, you know. Okay, so step 4, add salt, like whatever salt you're going to use, seasoning you're going to use. And the package out of this box of seasoning, only the seasoning, not the rice. Add can of mushrooms, that little can, wherever I put it. Add can of mushrooms. And then add to the onion mixture. I'm still figuring out how I'm going to do that part because I don't have the onions. I'll probably just put the mushrooms in and then kind of pour the onion powder over it. Because I'm thinking you need the flavoring of the onion to make it kind of execute. But like the amount of onion powder I would have to use, I just feel like it would make it too oniony because the equivalent, according to Alexa, was... Don't talk. Don't talk. The equivalent, according to her, is 13 tablespoons of it. And I'm like, whoa! Like... So, yeah. Okay. Pour in chicken broth. Scrape up any pan drippings in this step. Cancel saute mode. Add cream and mushroom. Then add chicken. Don't stir. So these are those final steps are the parts where I had to write it down because I know I would just start stirring. Okay, I think it's cooled a bit. So let me get this chicken started. I hope it cools. I'm tired of you. Is it? Okay. It's going to warm up in a bit. And then I got to put the chicken in. So what else do you do? Natural release 5 minutes. And then add chicken, don't stir. Add rice on top, don't stir in. Just press into the mixture. Like make sure it's covered by the liquid in there. So I'm gonna take the chicken breast out. Is when only the mushrooms. Okay. So I think it's ready to start putting some chicken in. I want to do it before this thing gets hot and then so cook up the chicken breast. She said about 5 to 7 minutes or like until it's browned. So I will be back once these are done cooking, y'all. Alright, bye. Hey everybody, so the chicken's ready. So this next step is when you saute the onion, mushrooms, and seasoning packet all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some butter. I'm just going to take like a little bit of this and put it in the pot. And from that point, I'm going to what do I do next? Put the onion mix. What is it called? Mushrooms. Those are some big mushrooms out of that small can. And then the packet from the Uncle Ben's. And just combine all this together. Let me get all that out of there. We put a little bit of this stock just to get the rest of this out of here. Saute that mixture for a bit. The saute part, the chicken part, I had to, after I cooked the first batch, I had to rinse out the pot again because it was starting to get brown at the bottom, and I didn't want the next batch to get all scorched from that and be all, so I turned it down to medium saute just to make it a little easier, because I think the high sometimes is a little too high on saute, so the medium gives you a little more time to think, in my opinion. So, okay. So after that part, okay, so after the mushrooms, onion, seasoning, and the salt, did I put salt? I think I did, but let me put a little more. After that part, you pour in the chicken broth. So wait, let me just saute this for a minute. This mixture does smell pretty good. I have a feeling it's from this. I think they put celery, sugar, spinach, sage, marjoram, rosemary, nutmeg. Okay, so I'm now going to add the chicken broth. So I did a mixture of the Better Than bouillon and the powdered one, because I had just realized that the cream of mushroom step is after that. So it's looking kind of like, I want to show it till it's all done, you guys. These steps are kind of like mundane. Chicken broth. Okay, cancel, stop, saute mode. So after you get all the drippings up, in a perfect world, I would have had drippings from the meat. I could have just kept it there and let it cool for a minute. Let the pot cool. And had all that mixed in here. But, it's alright. I feel like if I had it on medium when I was doing that, it would have been better, because I would have had some of those drippings. Okay, so after it starts sauteing up, then you add, bubbling up, then you add the cream of mushroom. And after you add the cream of mushroom, you add the chicken, but you don't stir it. You just sit. Okay, let me just rinse this lid off earlier, so I want to get all that excess water off. chicken, add rice on top. Don't stir, just press it into the mix. Okay, once it starts kind of like bubbling for me, then I wonder if it would have just been, I kind of get why they want you to saute the chicken first, because then you get that brown on there, that caramelization that you're not going to get in the pressure cooker part with the liquids and all that. So, but if you didn't need that part, I could see you just doing the whole thing, like, just on pressure, you know. Alright, after this starts bubbling, I'm going to add my soup, and then add this. The butter wasn't included, you guys. I just put that in because, I don't know. I think because since I didn't have the onions, it's kind of like that bulkiness is missing. It's just gonna be the flavoring of the onion, but that kind of thickness is gonna be missing from that aspect. So, all right. Well, these are fogging up my glasses. So, after I set the pressure thing on this, I'm gonna mash up my sweet potatoes and get that ready, and then we'll see. And then I'll show the grand surprise of how this looks when it's done, you guys. It was bubbling. Okay, so then she said, stop. Add cream of mushroom. I don't got any nails. Add cream of mushroom. And then add the chicken after that. But don't stir. So it's still a little bit in there. Okay. And what did she say? And then add the chicken in. So trying to resist that urge, you know, to stir it. You guys look at this chicken. I'm gonna show it at the end, don't worry. Oh god, I almost did it. And what did she say to that? Don't stir, add rice on top, and then just press that into the mixture. Really? Oh. Okay, so then I pour in this rice. Just gonna press it. I'm not gonna stir it. I bet this is parboiled rice because... Is it? Yeah, it's already kind of cooked. And just press it in. That was really hard. I was trying not to do it. Okay. It was weird because there was another one like that. There was that one, and then there was a fast cook. And she had the fast cook one on her theme. But I don't know. I was just looking at the name, so lock lid and pressure for 5 minutes. Great. Minutes. Okay, you guys, I will be back when it's ready to show for showtime. All right, bye, guys. Hey, everybody. So, my meal is complete. I waited the time, just let it vent and everything. Here it goes. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Only thing is, I forgot. And I got the, let me let the steam go down. The healthy version of cream and mushroom. I didn't realize it until I was pouring it in. That it was, I knew it was a reduced sodium one, but I didn't know it was like, until I looked at it going in, and it was like not as creamy as it usually looks. So that's the only difference. But it looks like, well, it looks like you do get a lot of rice in that box, you know? I wasn't expecting much. I was like, oh, it's going to be a small amount. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. I probably would just use the different kind of cream of mushroom. Well, I'm gonna let this stop steaming over. But yeah, you guys, I'm proud of myself. I just have to like let it cool. And then I don't know if I'm gonna do white rice now, because since it made a lot of it, I don't need to make any more rice. Cause I was like, yeah, I wasn't expecting a lot of that, little Uncle Ben's. And then like also look, you guys, look at the mushrooms, how big they are. From the whatchamacallit. So yeah, you guys, if you want to make it, I'm gonna pin the recipe on my comments. Alright, you guys. Oh, there goes my AirPod. Alright, you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.